despair, depression, you know all this. Don't you know all this? How extraordinarily silent you are when it comes to actual facts. And how can all this end? So that we have real relationship with each other, between man and woman. Is it knowledge of each other? Do look at it, please consider it. I know my wife. Which is what? When you say, I know her, she's my wife, what does that mean? Or is my girlfriend, or whatever it is. Actually, is it all the pleasure, the pain, the anxiety, the jealousy, the struggle, with occasional flashes of tenderness? Is all that part of love? Is attachment love? So I'm asking these questions, go into it, find out, sir. One is attached to one's wife. Tremendous attachment. What is implied in that attachment? One cannot stand by oneself. Therefore I must depend on somebody, whether it's a husband or some psychiatrist or some, guru and all that coming around. Where there's attachment, there's fear of loss. Where there is attachment, there is a sense of deep possessiveness, and therefore it breeds fear. You know all this. So can we look at the fact of our relationship and discover for ourselves the place of thought in relationship? As we said, thought is limited, which is a fact. And if in our relationship thought plays a prominent factor, then in that relationship, that factor is limiting. So our relationship with each other is limited, and therefore inevitably must breed conflict. There is the conflict between the Arab and the Israelis. Because each is clinging to his own conditioning, which is he's been programmed. Right? Each human being is programmed like a computer. I know it sounds cruel, but it's a fact. When one is told that you are an Indian from childhood, belonging to a certain type or certain category, socially, religiously, and you are conditioned. And for the rest of one's life, one is an Indian, or a British, or French, or German, or whatever it is. Would you like to be included, Russia, in this? Yes. So there it is. So our relationship, which is the most extraordinary thing in life, is one of the causes of wastage of our life. We are wasting our life in our relationship. And when you really see the fact of it, give your attention to it. That is, to understand very deeply the nature of thought and time, which have nothing whatsoever to do with love. Thought and time is a movement in the brain. And love is outside of the brain. Please go into this very carefully, because what is inside the skull is very important. How it functions. What are its blockages? Why it is limited? Why there is this perpetual sense of chattering? Thought after thought. A series of associations, reactions, responses, the whole storehouse of memory. And memory, obviously, is not love. Therefore, love is not inside the brain, inside the skull. And when we are merely living inside the skull all the time of all the days of our life, thinking, problem after problem, which is to live inside this limitation that must inevitably breed conflict and misery. One has heard all this, if you have listened at all, and what are we going to do about it? Do we carry on the old way? Or, seeing the actuality of our life, our daily life, and see the various classifications, divisions, limitations, and go inquire into them, go pursue them day after day, never letting one thought escape without understanding it. Or we have become so used to everything. Used to our religion, used to our way of living, accepting everything. What we really want, an easy life. What we want is comfort, some kind of security, both outwardly and inwardly, biologically and objectively.